What do we mean by ladder friction? We all know that a ladder or a staircase is used to climb up a surface or climb down. So even that ladder will have some friction. I would be showing that y'all with a diagram that suppose we have two surfaces, the vertical surface and the horizontal surface. Horizontal surface, I'll call it as a floor. Vertical surface would be called as a wall. Now, as we know, if we have a ladder, it has to rest against a floor and a wall like this. It means this ladder which I have shown as an inclined ladder, it will have contact with floor and wall. It is not so that it should not have contact with either of them. So both the contacts are necessary so that to maintain the equilibrium of this ladder. I'll say that it is inclined at an angle of theta with respect to the horizontal floor. Now, if I denote the length of this ladder as capital L, the weight of the ladder would be acting in the downward direction. Here I have weight of ladder, and if I plot it parallel to the length, this distance would be exactly half L by 2 from both the sides. This is the diagram. Now, if a ladder is resting against the wall, force is exerted by the ladder on the wall. Similarly, there will be reaction from the wall in a direction which is horizontal. This I will call it as RW. That is the reaction offered by the wall. Similarly, ladder is resting against a floor and it is exerting a force on the floor in downward direction. So floor would be offering one reaction in the upward direction. That I will call it as R suffix F, reaction offered by floor. Now, if the ladder is slipping, then it would be moving towards left. That is, if anyhow because of the weight of the ladder, if it gets slipped, then the ladder would be moving towards left. But if the ladder is trying to go towards left, friction force would try to move it towards right. If I consider mu suffix F as the coefficient of friction between ladder and the floor, then if I multiply it by the reaction offered by the floor, that will give me the friction force offered by the floor, and that will try to move the ladder towards the wall. This is the direction of frictional force. Similarly, if I consider mu W as the coefficient of friction between ladder and wall, if I multiply mu W by RW, if the ladder is slipping, ladder would be going down, but friction force would try to move the ladder up, and that friction force is given by, it is the friction force offered by the wall, that is equal to mu W into RW. So these are my conditions here, and based on these conditions we would be solving some problems related to ladder friction. So let us try to solve some problems over this.